There was little doubt in the minds of Planned Parenthood opponents. No way a grand jury comprised of the good people from Texas could see it any other way. The evil that, in their opinion, is abortion would be dealt a heavy blow, and those who sought to expose them would be lauded as heroes. It makes what happened Monday in Texas all the more shocking to those who seek to shut Planned Parenthood down once and for all. And in the minds of some, exposes a group that says they're exposing a crime, but in essence could be committing another offense by not telling the complete truth. It's a story that we've got to talk about. The Lone Star State once again ground zero for a national issue. That means we head around the dial to 570 KLIF in Dallas-Fort Worth. Welcome back. The voice of Afternoon Drive, Monday through Friday, the defender of liberty, Grant Stinchfield. All right, Grant, here we go. The two abortion foes behind Planned Parenthood videos are indicted. Headline in the New York Times. Basically, the grand jury finding no wrongdoing whatsoever on the part of Planned Parenthood. What kind of bomb did this land when the news came out?
Well, I think it shocked a lot of people because we were very hopeful that they would press charges against the folks at Planned Parenthood for selling these fetal tissue and fetal organs. I don't understand how you charge somebody with buying and selling fetal tissue but not charge the seller in all of this, so that's confusing. As for the government document, you know, as an old investigative journalist, Ed, I actually think they did break a law here by using fake California driver's licenses. But the good that they uncovered far outweighs the bad in breaking that law, and I think we have a governor that if they get convicted of this, Governor Greg Abbott would probably pardon them.
What about those who say, though, that what was said, and again, I'm going to play the devil's advocate here, what was said by the people at Planned Parenthood may have been wrong, it might have been salacious, it might have just been flat out insulting, if you will, but it did not break any laws. What they're saying is that what this group uncovered was not illegal.
Well, so in preparation for this interview with you, I went back and I watched the videos from the Houston clinic, and I believe that it does break the laws. They were talking literally about line items, was their quote, when it came to brain and liver tissue for these babies, and able to change their procedures around so they would save these tissues and organs intact and sell them to.
But again, I'm going to go ahead and bring up. I'm going to go ahead and bring up again one more time, just to go ahead and bring up the devil's advocate. The videos you watched came from the two people that were indicted in this case, and there are people saying that it was heavily edited and it was not a proper representation of what happened. So don't we need to see the original videos instead of seeing this to make sure that if indeed Planned Parenthood did something wrong, that you got them and there's no question?
Well, I think that they've offered up the unedited versions of these tapes that you can go and watch on their website. Now, I will tell you, and Ed, you've been in TV a long time. You know that if you take even just a 30-second clip of somebody's words, yes, maybe you don't know what they said before and after it, but the words are the words here, and it's pretty clear as they're eating over dinner that this woman was trying to figure out a way that she could save these parts and sell them.
Okay, you are exactly right. You and I both know we've been around television and radio long enough. You still have to take what is meant. Sometimes you got to extrapolate, but sometimes it's pretty easy to talk about what was there. Okay, let's leave the legalese alone. I got 60 seconds left. You talked about words. Ted Cruz said Donald Trump could be unstoppable if he wins the Iowa caucus. Do you think that's what he really meant? Was he trying to make another point other than just saying that? Because to some, the Trump camp is saying he's given up.
Yeah, well, you know Donald Trump's going to use this to all of his benefit. I'm not sure those were the perfect words that Ted Cruz should have used, but I think what Ted Cruz is trying to do is scare folks into voting for him, saying, hey, if Donald Trump wins here in Iowa, boy, he's going to have a straight freight train all the way to the nomination, and maybe he's trying to scare voters into voting for Ted Cruz.
Okay, so 30 seconds I got left then. You are an opinionator, and I'm going to ask you your opinion right now. It's the last time we will speak before the Iowa caucus on Monday. Do you think Ted Cruz can defeat and win the caucus? Can he beat Donald Trump?
I do think Ted Cruz can win it, and you know, not to hedge my bets, but this is a horse race to the very end. My prediction is Donald Trump is going to win, though, Ed.
And you still believe, then, that that does not mean anything moving towards New Hampshire, that it does not, as some people believe, end the Republican race?
No, I don't, but I do think that we better come to the conclusion that there's a very strong possibility Donald Trump will be the nominee if all these polls hold up, and they haven't shown any sign of giving up in months and months and months.
Here comes Monday. Weekdays, Monday through Friday, 5 to 8 Central Time, 570 KLIF in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It is Grant Stinchfield. Grant, always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks so much for joining us. And a reminder, we're going to cover it right up to the Iowa caucuses and so much after that. You keep it right here, and we will return on The Hard Line.